Greetings, all new types and ace pilots. Judge Amuro here. Today we are going to get into episode 8 of SD Gundam G Generation Genesis. Before we continue into the gameplay, there's a couple things that I'd like to address before we continue on with the gameplay. This game has been out for a while. I just want to make sure everyone is aware that this is the spoiler alert moment for us getting into episode 8. Please, if you choose to want to play this on your own, definitely would appreciate it. What I can recommend for each and every single one of you soldiers out there is potentially buying this on your own. So what I'm going to do is, for all of you, is I'm going to send a link right here into the chat right now. This is a link directly to Amazon. This game is Japanese dialogue with English subtitles. You should be region free when it comes to either playing on the PS4 or the PS5, so if you end up getting a copy for yourself, you will be able to play this game right from the disc. So as soon as you open it up, you throw it in, you can play it, and then you can experience the game on your own. I want to just essentially thank Sosu Sunrise, Bandai Namco, all these people that are out there that have essentially made these SD Gundam G Generation games, at least when it comes to the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. I want to say a lot of these games are currently being ported to the Nintendo Switch as well. Without them, we really couldn't essentially enjoy any of this together. So I want to give a big shout out to them. If you choose to play it on your own, hit me up on any of the social media platforms that I'm currently on. I'm going to throw this other link into the chat as well, just in case you all want to follow me on different platforms, with the exception of Twitch right now. This is my Linktree account, and anything you desire when it comes to Judge Amuro, you click on the link. It'll break down every single social media platform that I'm on. If you want to make contributions to me as well personally, there is a link on there, Mobile Suit Hanger, which essentially anything that goes into what I'm doing gets put back into what I'm doing, so that I'm able to get on here, take some time out of our busy lives, just have some fun with Gundam, and go from there. Lastly, too, the biggest platform that I'm currently on, and I really want to start growing, every single live stream that I've done, I have edited and I've cut and I've put on my YouTube page. So you hear it from everyone. I'm going to say the same thing. Like, comment, share, follow, and subscribe. If we're all going to get to a certain point together so that people like me can grow and produce, you know, specific content, especially around the Gundam universe, everything we do together goes back to the community. Personally, I've watched others get to a certain point like this as well when it comes to anything associated with Mobile Suit Gundam entirely, and I'm seeing that a lot of folks that are popular on a lot of platforms, there's very few of us. I mean, there could be more probably like in Japan and whatnot, but on the US side of things, I know there's a big like following when it comes to Gunpla, and a lot of people are involved in that. My goal and my mission is to be kind of a little bit of everything, you know. I'm currently still trying to get involved in the Char's Counterattack English translation when it comes to the manga. I have started episode 1 with that. I wanted to do this series as well because I haven't officially beat SD Gundam G Generation Genesis on my own. I've gotten to certain points with the game, and of course life happens. You put it on pause. And I thought this was a really good way to bring the community together, especially for those that really enjoy the Universal Century timeline when it comes to Gundam. If you guys want to join in on this, go on YouTube, subscribe, especially make some comments, tell your friends, tell your family. Any support that's given to me will be given back to you all. Again, I can't express enough how much I appreciate those who have just either direct message me personally, or have talked in comments, sidebar, whatever, in public, yada yada yada. Let's just get this done, over with. Go on YouTube, subscribe, and then I want to make a promise to each and every single one of you that at least one episode a week will be posted on there. As this being like a one-person rodeo, it can be difficult at times, but I want to push Gundam to the world. Those who haven't heard of it, I want to be the person essentially gets them involved in it. And with your support, I feel like we can do that. Without further ado, let's get right into this. Again, chat's open. I opened up a little bit at the beginning if those who are watching were kind of listening in or whatever. Feel free. Drop me a line. I'm going to try to go back and forth between the gameplay and the chat so that, I'm being supportive. Tell me about yourselves. Throw a haro in there if you appreciate the things that I have been trying to do. And let's have a good time. Alright, let's go. So what I'm going to do first is, because it has been a hot minute since we have done the last episode streaming wise, I'm going to go through organization just to see where we're at when it comes to mobile suits, pilots we potentially bought, see what our layout is, and then we're going to continue right into the main stages. I know some of us understand, like, we're aware that there's DLC where you can essentially powerhouse the game to the point of oblivion. This stream is specifically whatever units we grab or capital we grab when we go through the main stages. That's kind of where we're at right now with this. That's why we're going to go through organization real quick so that I'm able to show you all like where we have gone essentially so far. And those that are just joining in, I'm gonna link other videos to this. I should have a playlist already made on YouTube, so if you can't make the live stream tonight, this will be uploaded to YouTube so that you're all going to be able to essentially watch past episodes, present and future. Feel free to subscribe on YouTube. That's where majority of this is going to be. And let's have some fun, shall we? So we're going to go into organization as of right now just to see where we're at with things. So it looks like we spent quite a bit of capital. Let's go to, let's see, form groups. Okay, group 1. Warship. One of our main goals in past episodes was to get the white base. This is definitely a warship that you're going to like really want to strive for, especially at the beginning of the game, because you're able to have one of the most powerful warships within the game first off, right? And you can easily access it within the first couple levels of the game. But the problem is too at times is capital, right? So a lot of the warships that you're going to be playing with that are going to be really worth your time to get is around 200,000 capital. As for, you know, our captain and all of our folks that are essentially, you know, manning the white base currently, these are all like predetermined, or excuse me, these are all like regular characters that you end up getting at the beginning of the game. And within the last 7 episodes, I want to say that we've achieved a point where we're able to officially have 2 groups of people. So this is our main group that we've had for a long time. You know, we started off with some Phoenix Gundams. We started off with a couple other suits, the Tornado Gundam. And we got ourselves up to a point where we end up having 4 Phoenix Power Unleashed Gundams. It's awesome. These are suits that you're definitely going to want to have too on your side, especially if you're going like the harder way of doing this when it comes to like team building and whatnot in the game. With the warship, Trojan Horse, White Base, whatever you would like to call it, you can access 2 teams within that warship. A lot of these units that we currently have, especially the Gelgoogs, we end up achieving those suits by defeating warships and whatnot in prior stages. So like you're gonna see a lot of Gelgoogs as of right now, because these are probably one of the best suits to have currently where we stand in the game. I don't think we end up capturing enough, or I decided to divvy up the team a little bit because we do have 2 groups as of right now. This is a powerhouse team too. A lot of these characters you already start off with when you start the game. That's why you see kind of some level 1s. Everything's kind of, you know, it's a little unbalanced, but as we progress through the game, we're going to get there. You know, I think as of right now, before you get more capital, these are, at least in my opinion, when it comes to stats and whatnot, these are probably some of the best players to have on your side. So just real quick, we're going to do this, right? So we have 4 Phoenix Gundams, Power Unleashed, with 4 of our main characters that we had. The Bishop, this is our second Bishop. We actually lost one in one of the prior episodes, so we're going to give this a shot again. I did end up making a custom character with me personally on it, and as you can see, at least for this team and this group, he's at the top of his game. Rick Doms, Gelgoogs, and then we're going to shoot down to group 2. So because we have the carry base, which is essentially the ship that you start off with, the warship you start off with, the carry base can only hold 1 team. So this is where we're at with that. So some of the capital that we've ended up spending, Amuro Ray, right? Where can we go wrong? He's in his original Gundam, RX-78-2 Gundam. When you take specific characters, and I believe I explained this in a prior episode, but because there's been a lapse, I'm going to just do it again real quick. Specific characters change certain mobile suits into their own personal mobile suits. So Char Aznavour did pilot a Gelgoog within the series. So if Char gets into a regular Gelgoog, it's going to become Char's Gelgoog, and there's specific stats that you can take a look. If you press on triangle, you're going to see, okay, our attack 150, our defense 150, our mobility 160, movement 6. Right? We're going to back out of this real quick, and we're just going to go up to Dazzle's Gelgoog real quick, triangle, and you can see the stat difference, right? So attack and defense, we're down by 10. Mobility, we're down by 20. Move, you know, how far you can move out, kind of stays the same. It's great. It's good. Right now, this is where we're at with this. So everyone knows who we have and what we need to do to progress on. Again, a lot of Gelgoogs, which is fine. They're pretty good suits for this portion of the game. And if anyone has any real advice outside of the actual, you know, DLC and whatnot, feel free to throw it in the chat. I'm constantly learning stuff about this game too, the more I play it. And those who are viewing right now, maybe they can get a good, you know, a better insight on like what they should be doing at this current point. I don't want to go through a lot of the other stuff currently right now. I just wanted to see where we're at when it comes to our groups. So we're actually going to back out of this because we already know we spent quite a bit of capital in the last couple episodes just to get characters and the Trojan Horse, White Base, and we're going to continue on with our main stages. Again, little refresher for everybody. Appreciate the time and effort. Thank you for the you know, the constant support. I know it's kind of a big bag of air going through a lot of the same stuff again, but I want to make sure those who really like this game understand that, you know, this is where we're at and stuff. As you can see, we did clear the 1 Year War saga when it comes to Amuro Ray and Shar Aznable. And it looks like we are at this point in the game, so here we go. Universal Century, or UC, 0079, Mobile Suit Gundam MS Igloo. Let's go. And again, we just started right off with stage 1. As you can all see, we haven't cleared this stage yet, so this is actually a perfect opportunity for all of us to dive right into like a different side story of the 1 Year War. Stage 1, the serpent that vanished at Loom. We're playing on normal, and it's probably a good idea to do that, especially like how I'm playing the game currently right now for each and every single one of you soldiers out there. I don't want to go too hardcore yet because I don't feel we're up to par yet when it comes to the gameplay aspect of it. So let's just keep things simple. We're going to start right off at normal and start our stage. Let's go. UC 0001. Humanity begins colonizing space. Universal Century calendar adopted. UC 0058. Side 3 declares independence. Republic of Zeon established. So this one, it seems like they're going to be breaking down some of the stuff even further out when it compares to when we kind of dive into Amuro's timeline. So this is pre 1 Year War for those that are coming into this. And what I really like about this game is they break down the timelines and the dates very well. And you're going to hear me essentially read off what you see on your screen. I like going through like the Japanese dialogue first, and then I can say it within English. So really good. Those who are joining in, please keep viewing. Definitely would appreciate it. UC 0059, Universal Century 0059. Federation hit Side 3 with economic sanctions. Universal Century 0069. Existence of Minovsky particles confirmed. Principality of Zeon declared. Universal Century 0078. Principality of Zeon announces national mobilization. So again, everyone, so like before we go into the next screen, you know, take all this in mind. This is why the 1 Year War happened, and this is what the Principality of Zeon was planning to do prior to Universal Century 0079. Let's continue. Then, in Universal Century 0079, the Zeon War of Independence. Countless Zeon weapons appeared and left their mark on the Universal Century. However, there are still lots of weapons which are eternally buried away and forgotten, never been used on the battlefield. The 603rd Technical Evaluation Unit. The unit's mission was to use and evaluate newly developed Xeon weapon prototypes on the battlefield. No human is perfect. The same applies to weapons. この第603技術試験体は開戦直前に慌ただしく編成されたゆえに集まった人々は様々な問題を抱えている。As the 603rd was this is going to be weird, hurriedly assembled on the eve of the war, its members had all sorts of problems. ここに送られてくる試作兵器のように。Like the prototype weapons sent to the, I'm going to butcher this and I apologize, Jotunheim. これが歴史の闇に埋もれた兵器とその人々の物語である。This is a story of forgotten weapons and people. Sorry about this, Tactical Lieutenant Oliver May. 君たちのような大学を出たばかりの技術士官を魔女の鍋に放り込まねばならんと。To have to throw a newly graduate engineering officer like you right into the witch's cauldron. Huh? 603はAnd I'm going to keep apologizing because some of these names are probably going to be something that's a little challenging for me and probably you as well, but we're going to give it a shot. The prototype fleet battle cannon Jormungand, it fires at Federation ships from outside their range. Jormungand? The 603rd Technical Evaluation Unit is to board the test support ship Jotunheim. Jotunheim, I guess. Pick up the Jormungand from the Papua transport ship and continue on to the Loom sector. Yes, sir. How's everybody doing tonight? Having a blast. January 4th, Universal Century 0079. Is Earth such a small place? It looks pretty big from here. The universe is so vast. Yet why do space noids like us feel suffocated? Gravity. Here we go. We're doing it. The serpent that vanished at Loom. Chief Gunnery Officer Heme, I understand your position. So hurry up and turn us around then. We need to recover the cargo first, Captain. It's irreplaceable. Bring the ship alongside the dump cargo. Shut up, engineer. Wow, this guy has some, problems here. That cargo could change the course of this war. Then what's a gunner like me doing on this ship? That's not the point. Both of you, be quiet. Well, there we go. That's what happens, I guess. The Papua is destroyed. Papua. Ugh. Tactical Lieutenant, is it worth making the Jotunheim, I don't know, do a waltz in front of the enemy? Yes, Captain, very much so. Captain, we don't have any time to dilly-dally. Hurry up and turn this ship around. Chief Gunnery Officer Heme, if we shoot here, we'll draw their fire. Let the Musai engage the enemy ship and prepare to evacuate immediately. Hurry up and secure those workers. Yes, sir. Alright, let's start this baby. Can you destroy the Salamis within 4 turns? So again, real quick, brief challenge conditions. If we complete this, we get to go to the next phase of the battle. And there's usually some type of secret unit that comes out and whatnot as long as we achieve those challenge conditions. Alright, let's see what this guy has first off. No units. Just a bunch of people on board. We're going to back it out. Just going to show you all what we currently have here for units. Some of the, you know, like attacks we have on these warships. Of course, you can see there's nobody else besides the warships. And then we have all of our crew members. And this one was destroyed. So we're just going to click off here real quick. And we're going to go to our conditions. Right? We want to destroy the Salamis, and we don't want any of our units that have the upside down triangle with the exclamation point in it destroyed, which is both of those units currently right here on the field. We're going to go to event conditions again. Challenge conditions, event conditions, one and the same. Can you destroy the Salamis within 4 turns? Seems like an easy thing to do. So we only have 1, 2, we might be able to do both. So we got to line this up correctly, and both of these have to essentially do pinpoint attacks on both of the warships. So let's move our Musai in. We don't want to destroy the warships either. Let's see if we can do an attack on these guys. It doesn't matter which attack we do, that's not going to help us. And bombardment isn't going to help us either because the Salamis are out of the range of the ship. So what we're going to do is we're going to just finalize. We're going to move this guy over here. We actually are going to turn him around so that we can actually do this properly. I'm going to go right up to the butt of the Musai. And again, it's kind of the same attacks we have here. The range isn't there. We're going to finalize, and let's see. Because he has more energy, we're going to do disperse just in case some things happen. Just to play it safe. And because we only have 2 units, it does, or excuse me, 2 warships as units, it's not going to really matter. So we're going to have to pass this turn and let the Salamis come towards us. We're going to counter now because we are within range. We want to make sure that we're going to hit them each time. Because we haven't seen a Musai and a Salamis essentially go at it, we're going to do a battle animation for each and every single one of you out there. I enjoy watching these. I hope you do as well. I know it's outside of the mobile suit range, but warships are cool too at times. There we go, we made some contact now. Perfect. And we didn't take any damage, which is always good. Next one's probably going to do the same thing. We are going to counter again. And we won't watch a battle animation because you're not missing much if you just watch the last battle animation, just so we can keep carrying on here. And we also hit that one as well. So we should be able to bring both ships up and attack on our turn finally. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Come right up here. We're going to attack this. I'm hoping to do... I don't think ships can do pinpoint attacks. I apologize about that. That was me not knowing what I'm talking about, of course. But we should be able to take both of these out within 4 turns. We can focus our attacks. I'm not sure if we have to take both out or just one, but we're definitely just going to keep pinpointing our attacks on the Salamis, and we're going to hit it with everything we got. We haven't seen this warship yet, the Jotunheim, so let's do that as a battle animation for everyone. Just want to say, guys and gals, soldiers, new types, ace pilots, this is good. This is definitely a good time for me. I'm glad I jumped back on here tonight. Should be okay. Not too worried about it. Again, we just want to focus all of our attacks on one, get rid of that, and then we can go on to the next one. So it shouldn't be too bad now because we're pretty much closer to our enemy and our goal. Change phase, phase change. We're going to counter again with bombardment. We're not going to go through battle animations because you all have had the opportunity to essentially see them attack the warships. We're going to counter. Actually, we can't, so all we can do is evade. Turn off the battle animation for that. Perfect evade. So we're going to come right up on these guys. This turn, and we're going to attack. Actually, we can't, so we might have to go down like this because we want to take care of one of those right off. Okay. And we can do a support attack with this other ship just to make sure things are good. Confirm. And because we're doing both at the same time, let's do a battle animation. Dunzo. See what happens when you try that stuff again, huh? Done. Looks like we only needed to do one of those, which is good. I don't think you can physically destroy both the Salamis within 4 turns. I could be wrong, though. The enemy patrol fleet retreated. Phew. Hurry up and retrieve that precious cargo and search for surviving Papua crew members. Yes, sir. Things were pretty tough there for a moment. Tactical Lieutenant, do you know how many lives were lost on the Papua? The only reason the Jotunheim wasn't targeted first was because it's a slower requestion ship, that's all. Your analysis is logical. I cannot have this ship put in danger for some mysterious object. Sir. attempted to evacuate without retrieving the Principality's property. Was that the appropriate decision? I look forward to serving with you, Captain. Rather, Acting Commander Martin Prochnow. Prochnow? I'm used to passengers with nasty baggage. I've served ever since the ship was a passenger transport, after all. This is it, then. The entire 603rd Technical Evaluation Unit is present and accounted for. Now, allow me to explain the prototype. Very well. Please continue, Technical Lieutenant. The prototype fleet cannon Jormungand, a serpent that strikes from outside the enemy's range. It's powerful enough to annihilate a Federation Magellan-class ship with a single blast. The secret of its power is a fusion plasma beam. Maximum effective range during Minovsky dispersion is approximately 300 kilometers. Even at the end of its range, its destructive power should be more than 10 times that of a warship gun. I see, that's why Zeon's got such high hopes for the weapon. Chief Gunnery Officer? We're counting on you, Mr. Engineer. Looks like he's changing his tune finally. What's this? We've received an urgent message. It's a course change order. I'll read it. From 2nd Fleet to Jotunheim. Jotunheim? Immediately maneuver the change course from Sector 2. Helm to starboard. Yes, sir. Fair enough. Uh-oh. What's this? What? What is that? Is that Operation British? Huh? Time until it hits Earth. Approximately 72 hours. Dropping colonies like a boss. To Earth? What happened to all the people living in that colony? There must have been 20 million people. They're going to drop the whole colony on Earth? Pull yourself together, idiot. The surprise attack is a tried and true strategy. You seem to know a lot about it, Special Service Lieutenant. Do you really think the office of the Supreme Commander is filling us into what they're doing? Ugh, this is pure evil, I would say. No doubt about it, this is a war crime. Have we stooped to using Space Noid's homes, colonies themselves, as weapons? Apparently. You all seen it firsthand here. January 15th, Universal Century 0079. Both Zeon and Federation forces have moved there. Move their pieces across the board to Side 5, the Loom sector. This engagement will be known as the Battle of Loom. Zeon used this operation to set up a trap. Rumors were intentionally leaked. Dissatisfied with the results of Operation British, Z Zeon is assembling its fleet at Side 5 in order to carry out a second Operation British, so they said.
この情報に開戦以来ルナ2に閉塞していた連邦艦隊もついに決戦を決意。
Based on this, the Federation fleet that has been holed up at Luna 2 is finally taking action.
そしてヨルムンガンドも眠れる大蛇がついに牙を剥くのだ。
And so it is also time for Jomungand, the sleeping serpent, to bare its fangs. All right, begin lowering the gun. Chief Gunnery Officer Heim, make sure we're ready to fire by 10:30. Communication incoming. It's to this ship. This battle's outcome depends on your ship and the new weapon you carry. Send this reply. Please provide accurate coordinates for indirect targeting. Yes, sir. Sir. This is the Jormungand. The weapon is deployed. Personnel have taken cover. Preparations are complete for receiving data from the Jormungand. This one's up to Lieutenant, not technical evaluation. Please take over. Alright, coolant prepped. Now let's hope the cannon holds together. Woohoo! What a strange ship. I didn't think we'd see actual combat. Lieutenant, this ship no longer has a gunnery crew. Next time the enemy attacks, we'll have to retreat. No question about it. Understood? A lot of dialogue in these games. But at least we're all informed. Dense concentration of Minovsky particles detected. Remember to use laser communications between fleets. Weave the initiative now. I do apologize. I don't know what was put there. Gunner, commence. Here we go. Some more cutscenes. Looks like it's just a battle of warships at this point. Haven't seen any real mobile suits yet. Commencing. Do we have observation coordinates? Not yet. Have we gotten any laser communications? Message received. Reading it now. Schulzwig destroyed. 32nd Squadron formation collapsed. That is all. What? What are we supposed to do with that information? That's all they sent? Our fleet will continue maintaining a safe distance. We have to avoid close combat. That would make sense. This is proof they're counting on us. They wouldn't fight like this otherwise. Any indirect firing instructions yet? If not, we'll have to fire the first shot using our own measurements. Wait for the order. It won't take much longer. Just have some patience. If we wait too long, the battle would be over. Consider the situation. Fire using direct targeting. Damn, we don't know the enemy's heading or magnetic deviation values, but fire anyways. Here we go. We all get to see how this thing actually works. Perfect. See what it does. Okay. That one's gone. Wow. What happened? Where's our observational data? We have to score a hit. Shh. This is Spotter 1, emergency launch, ignoring offside. Dromagen, stand by and wait on our observational data. Idiot, that'll be too late. Don't shoot yet. Anyway, where should we go now? Straight ahead, take us right to the fight at full speed. Huh? Pretty much insane. Insanity. Going right into the battlefield. We'll be sucked right up into the Federation ship. Should we go back to our ship? No, keep going. We need as much observational data as possible. Move to this position to acquire accurate observational data. Ugh, are you serious? Alright, going right in. Geronimo! It's pretty intense. Alright. Now, we get to sortie our warships, and of course we acquired the Trojan Horse / White Base. So we have 2 groups. White Base has 2 teams aboard. We're just going to drop this bad boy right here. And if we go over here, we'll be able to drop group 2. We got Amuro and Char. All of our characters that we end up purchasing through, you know, the purchase character screen. And we're going to start off now. Let's do it. Stage start. Spotter has arrived at target area. Can you destroy Magellan and take the spotter to the target area? So we got to destroy the Magellan first, and then the spotter has to go to the target area, which shouldn't be too bad of a problem. So here we are. We're going to take a look at this guy real quick, see if he has any units to pick up. And it looks like he has saberfish, so we can actually acquire these as long as we engage combat and we don't destroy the they come out of the warship first, destroy the Magellan, and then we can get some saberfish on our side, which, to be honest with you, probably not going to use them. I'd like to think we're going to turn some of this stuff into capital. So let's back out real quick, take a look over here at the Salamis, go over here. So a lot of saberfish so far. So that's 6 we can essentially acquire right now. I think, is there another? Yep, so we're going to take a look just to see. So potentially 9 saberfish can be acquired in this level, which can be used to capital. Taco Loco, first time seeing this game. Well, definitely appreciate you stopping in. You're kind of stepping in at like the second phase of the game. If you're a Gundam fan, keep watching. We're gonna get through this together. Thank you so much for your support, man. Appreciate it. Alright, so we can get at least 9 saberfish as of right now. As you all can see too, where the scoreboard is at the top of the screen, if you press L1 or R1, you're able to kind of go back and forth I would try to get the Magellan first. Keep, you know, the observational craft as far away as possible. We don't want to really just like dive in and complete that, because then we're not going to unlock our secret units that we can potentially get, because we are not, you know, we wouldn't be able to achieve that entirely. So our main mission, our main goal is the Magellan first, and then we have to move that observational unit into that green block there that you all see. So we're going to move the white base up here. We're going to see if we can do any type of attacks. Maybe the twin particle cannon. Nope. So we're off just a hair. Missile barrage is a little bit shorter range than that. So at this point, we're probably going to finalize. Okay. And then let's send our masters out. This thing has uber range. Look at this. So we're probably going to be able to take some, we're going to be able to do some damage on this warship right here. We'll use our fin funnels. I'm not going to go through a lot of the battle animations, because a lot of this stuff was seen in prior episodes. So that did a pretty good dent on that Salamis. And again, we want to try to get some of these saberfish out of these warships so that we can use them as capital at the end of the level. So I'm thinking next turn we'll probably be able to do some of that stuff. We're just going to finalize right now, start moving our Phoenix Gundams over to the Magellan. They have the most range and the most movement. It's fun playing this with everyone again. Forgot how fun it was, to be honest. And everyone's just going to kind of come out here and give us a hand. All the Gelgoogs, the Bishop, our Rickdom, our one and lonely Rickdom. There we go. Oh man, Rickdom's got some movement in space too, but of course it was made for space. Alright, so we're pretty much done with the white base. We're going to come down here, take our carry base real quick. Not as much movement as the white base. I don't think this is going to really do much either. Nah. So finalize that bad boy. Send Amuro on his journey. This is Amuro's first mission with us too, if I remember correctly. Get Char and his Gelgoog out here. What's up? That's a cool thing about this game as well. Like, you know, rivals, enemies, so on and so forth. You can purchase the characters through Scout character screen, and they can join forces to essentially eliminate the enemy. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this screen, I want to say. I'm not sure if we can move this Musai or not. Oh, we can actually. We're going to go right towards the Magellan here. Finalize. I know it's not going to really hit. We're not going to do Disperse because I don't think it's really going to do much for us. Go back to the main screen. I really am not sure if this observation craft is going to make it between these saberfish. So we don't necessarily have to destroy the yes, Taco Loco 787. Once you purchase these units and these characters, that's it. Like, I'm pretty sure I haven't got to the new game, like, plus aspect of the game, but once you get enough capital together, these are your units, these are your soldiers. So play how you want. You know, you can also customize each and every single character too. whether it's based on using capital to do so or just kind of leveling them up on their own. There's a lot of different things you can do within the game too, especially when it comes to like mobile suits. You can purchase parts, you can do, you know, like with capital as well. You can unlock specific parts when you do certain things throughout the game. If you want to hit me up on YouTube, you feel free to subscribe, and then you can go back through some of the episodes. I do explain a lot of that stuff in prior episodes. And thank you for being chat friendly tonight. I definitely appreciate it. It looks like it's just you and me chatting as of right now. We're gonna give this a shot, and everyone, I want you to know this as well. I try not to save in between phases because I essentially want to see how far we can potentially go without having to essentially cheat the system. There is an option to save in between turns so that if you essentially like screw up or you make a bad move, you can go back, load your save data, and then you're within the battle as of right now, and you can essentially like rethink how you like play out your certain strategy. For the sake of the stream and the chat and the viewers, I'm just going like quote unquote balls to the wall when it comes to this stuff, and I want to see how far we can potentially go when it comes to dealing with how we plan things out. Gulp, I'm surrounded. Breakthrough, we need that data. Alright, and I think as of right now we can't do much, so that observational unit or transport has to get to that block, so we're gonna give it a shot. And I want to evade because I want those units. We're not going to do too much with the Gelgoog either because, of course, he didn't evade. There we go. This is where we want. We want to evade because we want to take those saberfish afterwards. And again, just for time's sake and pretty much showing everyone like what a lot of these units look like through battle animations, I'm going to be skipping a lot of this stuff, and we're going to try to evade too with Dazzle. Yeah, he's not going to be able to do anything either because he's too far away. Okay, so I want to get as close to the Magellan as possible, so we want to take that out first. I also want those units too, so we're going to see if we can do a pinpoint attack, which we can actually with fin funnels. And because it's a pinpoint attack, let's now we're gonna skip the battle animation as well. I want to see if we can make it one more turn. Because this is going to essentially destroy it, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I don't want to chance that, so what I might do is, because our main, yeah, so let's see here, who can we level up? So we might take out that Salamis first. I don't know if he's going to do it either. I want a chance blowing him up. Rickdom. Let's see if the Rickdom can do anything. See if he can take this guy out with a pinpoint attack. Pinpoint attacks are very important when it comes to like battling ships as well, because it's just going to take them out so much easier. And there we go. You'll see the saberfish have little white flags now. and that means we can capture those units. And of course, we're going to get a unit level up because we destroyed a warship. I don't do too much, as you all know. Like, I'm essentially going to be putting my points wherever at this point. Just for... I'm not sure if I should do that or not. I don't want to destroy my Rick Dom, but we're going to finalize that real quick. The more people we have towards this Magellan too, the less chance that somebody's going to get blown up. And as you've seen in like prior episodes as well, like I've lost units. I've actually had to do game overs and redo certain levels. I'm trying not to do that tonight because I'd really like to see us essentially get to where we need to get to, so that when episode 9 comes around, it's not so bad. And as we continue on to this, I want to just really preach about YouTube for a second. So any recordings that I do on Twitch, I edit these clips or the full-fledged stream and I post it on YouTube. So if you happen to miss this stream tonight, because this was just one of those random occurrences where I'm like, you know, I'm going to get on, I'm going to play an episode for each and every single one of you soldiers out there. Feel free to subscribe to me on YouTube. I have a lot going on with that. That is like my main like center point when it comes to everything really related to Gundam. I like to really get my subscribers up as much as possible because I'd like to see everyone have an opportunity to take on like a lot of the different things that I've been doing and you know, spread it around, especially those who are just getting into Gundam or even these kind of games. You know, I've heard from multiple people that they haven't really seen anything like this as of right now when it comes to even playing this kind of game. When it comes to Gundam, you know, it's out there. It took me a little bit too. There was a couple websites that I was just kind of like looking up like certain Gundam news on, and then I happened to stumble across SD Gundam G Generation Genesis. I've essentially like owned the game for quite a while, and it's enjoyable to me. It's different. A lot of Gundam games are like hack and slash, and you're gonna see a lot of that too, even on current gen consoles. And if you're into like, you know, I want to say this is like a strategy game. I won't say like, you know, I've said in prior episodes maybe real time, but this isn't so much real time. This kind of reminds me of like old RPG days where it's like turn-based, and you really have to like plan out your moves when it comes to these kind of strategy games, which is really cool and fun. But definitely hit me up on YouTube. If you haven't checked the chat out yet, please feel free to do so. I'm going to be preaching a lot of that going into more episodes and whatnot. So we're at a point where we're going to have to take that Magellan out next turn. I'm really hoping we can do that because this is where we're at right now when it comes to this. Alright, we have that one inactive unit, which is our SFS. So we're all set with that. We're going to try to evade as much as possible. Okay, good. Evade again, of course. Yeah. And we're just going to evade because we want those saberfish. I'm sure he can evade. Perfect. Here we go. Amuro is definitely going to be able to evade this, hopefully. Perfect. Char, definitely. 38%. Should be alright. Last saberfish. Amuro, 34%. Good. We're going to evade again because we want to see this Magellan push out its saberfish as well. And then next turn, we should be able to take out the ship and then get our observational transport. to where it needs to be. New types, ace pilots. You don't have to save the saberfish either for capital. That's entirely up to you. Just because I'm doing this because we're in a point in the game where we really need capital to get to a certain point, and without money in this game, you're gonna be shit out of luck. Let's just be honest for a second. So right now it's standing at 12,601. I want to see like where our highest person is with these, which is probably our master unit. So let's have him going first. And I think it's right here. Pinpoint attack is right here. And then I'd like to see that, actually they all could do it if we really wanted to. I want to see that Gundam really take this out. So let's see what we can do for attack here. Okay, so we should be able to just hit that with our heat saber. And then that bad boy is done. And then we can take those saberfish home with us. Here we go. Magellan done. So we were able to do that, which was part of those challenge conditions. And we allowed the Magellan to essentially take out those saberfish so we can turn into capital. Again, stats don't matter because this unit is going to be upgraded to something better, different. We did get our level up, which is great. As you all can see, our stats, you know, +3 range, +6 melee, so on and so forth. Got ourselves a new ability. And as we progress too, like we're going to see, let's see where we're at. Let's take a look at our development plan. So our highest we could possibly go with our Gundam is level 6. So, I mean, we want to try to level that up as much as possible as well, because the higher we go with this, I mean, you can all see too, our stats for a lot of these units are going to increase. And we're definitely going to need some like heavy hitters too as we continue on with the game. So I almost like want to say that if we can get at least one more hit out of this Gundam, we should be okay. We might need some support though. So let's see if the Gundam can just come up here real quick and do like a quick beam saber or something. It criticaled, which is fine. And now we're at 5,200. I don't even know if the Gundam's gonna hit, to be honest with you. I'm a little concerned because of his level, but we're gonna give it a shot. Hopefully the Gundam can hit, which it does. And look at that. Took out all the warships. Boom. Final step. There's nothing to really do right now, so I kind of want to take this guy back so he can hit up the white base and potentially heal up. There's skills and different things like that, everybody, but we're going to play it safe. We're going to move the white base closer because we want these saberfish. We're going to finalize, and then we're going to capture. And just like that, anything that has a white flag on it are captured units. You're able to take them home with you. And then of course we want to move this other ship up too, so let's make some room for it so we can capture these units. I apologize for that. Alright, so that should be enough room. I'm hoping the capture range reaches for these, because I'd like to just get that all done and over with this turn. Look at that. just like that. 9 saberfish. Taco Loco, do you mean that when you capture the units, you can keep them? If that's what it is, then yes. So like after you destroy, so if a warship that you're facing off against has units aboard it, if you destroy the warship first, you're able, as long as the warship essentially like dispenses or disperse the units on board, if you destroy the warship after that and all the units will get this white flag, as you can see, waving. You're able to capture those units, and you can do like a couple things with them. You can go to your organization capture screen. You can dismantle them for capital, which is the currency within the game, or you can actually utilize the saberfish, since we're dealing with them right now, and they can become part of your crew depending on what you want to do with it. Me personally, when you're dealing with like these kind of space aircraft, it's not worth it. They do, if you like develop them long enough, they will eventually become mobile suits, but having them at their current rate, they're not going to really be beneficial for you when you're playing a game like this. Hence why like I want to just like get the capital out of it, and then we can like either go scout new characters, especially like new type characters and whatnot from our original series that we're dealing with. But yeah, any unit you capture, as long as you complete this stage, you will get them at the end of the stage. And just like that, everybody, we made it to the destination point so that we can observe what happened with the with our weapon, and then we get to go on to a historical moment with the game. Ugh, I can't shake them. We'll be shot down. It's only a matter of time. But we still don't have the observational data. What? Here we go. Oh, 6. A Zaku? A red Zaku? I wonder who that is, everyone. There we go. Shar Aznable. Mobile suits. Ugh. That was supposed to be they were supposed to be counting on us, but they never bothered telling us about those. Taco, it definitely is Shar's. That's Shar's Zaku too. It's kind of cool how like things are like meshed together, because we're like approaching that timeline where he becomes like Lieutenant Shar Aznable. What are you talking about now? We were never a priority. I don't care either way. Let's fire. Dromagon, a damaged Magellan is headed your way. Retreat immediately. Captain, I think we should abort the mission. Dromagon, cannon personnel are to retreat the ship. Hurry. Heh. I couldn't move even if I wanted to. And besides, it's already too late. Captain, we must retreat. The ship itself is in danger. I'd hate to throw away their Jormungand. I do apologize if I'm, you know, mispronouncing all this kind of stuff, because it's different. Not used to it. But I can't abandon the ship's personnel either. Rescue launch. Prepared for takeoff. That's the spirit, Captain. I'm gonna take this chance too. An enemy ship is coming this way. I can acquire observational data for this one. The enemy's in a panic too. Impossible. That's not the data we were looking for. Doesn't matter. Engineer. Looks like this is a war for mobile suits from here on out. At least let me end the era of big cannons with a bang. Kiss your ass goodbye. Here we go. So we did all the challenge conditions. We get to see some new mobile suits, which are some ball type Ks, yeah. So which is good about this, because we didn't utilize all of our mobile suits. Again, if you're just kind of coming on, if you take out the star unit, which is usually like the command unit for all three, you're actually able to capture the other two units as well. So not only can we acquire the 9 saberfish that we got, if we take out this middle unit right here with the star, we're able to take 2 more units on and turn them into capital as well. Again, if you want the ball type K on your side, by all means, you're more than welcome to keep that on your team, but personally, it's going to be just chump change at this point. So we're going to try to move up a lot of our units at this point and see if we can take out that commanding unit, which at this right now, because we've already essentially utilized all of our Phoenix Gundams, we're probably gonna have to wait one more turn, which is okay. We should be able to do it with all of them at this point. Plus, this is stage 1, so it's pretty easy compared to like the other stages we're probably gonna end up having to endure in the future. And we're just gonna surround them. We don't want to destroy the 2 on the outside. We just want to destroy the commanding unit with the star on it. Yeah, we'll go here. I do apologize as well. I'm using a video capture card on my laptop, and it's not the greatest, so there might be some lagging involved in this stream. Okay, so there's not really much we can do. The ship is not going anywhere, and I think we have to charge this. Not sure if that was the right move. As you can see though, like, the Jormungand has no energy left. We have a ship, which is a Magellan, coming our way. It should take a couple turns, but we're gonna have to blow that ship up and take out the rest of the enemy units. I'm hoping to grab these other 2 units within that time frame, which I think that's something that's achievable. So we're gonna give it a shot. Oh wow, that didn't really do too much, huh? And that just works out perfectly, so we're just going to use a beam saber on that right now. And we're not going to do anything to these other side units because we want to keep them for capital. And then it'll be our turn again. Okay. And let's see. Do we want to go above and beyond and take this guy out with... We probably can do that. Watch. We're going to do it. Let's level up our Rickdom here. This shouldn't be that difficult to fight this guy. 70 to 82. Let's see if we can do a battle animation on this so we can see that ball type K. I'm really hoping he's able to make contact. Of course, that didn't happen. So that kind of sucks. Hopefully that thing doesn't blow us up here. Shouldn't, because... Oh, okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. Alright, so what else can we do? Command type. I really want to see us do something with the Gelgoog as well. Let's see if I can shoot it down with a beam rifle. Ooh, it's got a little bit of life left, but it shouldn't be too bad. 2. Can I reach it from here? Maybe. We'll give it a shot. Literally. And that's it. We'll move our other units up so we can capture those 2 balls. Leveled up. Gelgoog again. You know, we want to see better units. We're going to move right out of the way so this thing can come up here and capture these units. And then we can just focus on some other stuff. Let's get this Gundam out of the way. Alright. Move our Musai up so we can capture those units. I always do that. Alright. And just like that. So 9 Saberfish and 2 ball type Ks captured. That's what I like to see. Alright, where are we at? 54. This thing can't move. I'm just gonna keep it right here. I actually might move back a spot too, because I think our range should be okay with this. What can you do? Nothing? Yeah, figured as much. I'm not even sure if this thing can really do anything either. I don't think it has any, like, guns on it. Nope. We'll bring it back down so it can watch the show, though, with us. We're collecting data, right? Alright, keep going. Alright. We're almost at the end of this bad boy. Those who have been viewing the whole night, I appreciate it. It's a good time. I've had a great time doing this kind of stuff again. I don't know if we're within range yet. I'd like to see if we can hit that pinpoint. I don't know if we can do that or not. Let's see. Oh, we can. 100% too, guys and gals. And let's do a battle animation so we all can see what ends up happening to this. Woohoo! Behold the end of the big cannon era engineer. Let's see. That's a good way to end that era. Going out like a true champ. Job well done. That was a depressing first episode, everybody, to this side story. But we did clear the stage after all, so positivity at the end here. Get to see how much capital we gained. So we gained 21,306 capital this time. Some ace pilot points for everyone. So those ace pilot points can be used to level up specific stats to the characters that have essentially earned them throughout the stage. And it looks like only 2 people really did some damage, so which is okay. Alright, new warships. The Magellan. We cleared the Serpent that banished that loom. We're able to use these warships now. We do have to purchase them to use them. And of course we just complete the Sleeping Serpent quest, which is stage 1. We get a Mega Booster, which essentially is just completing the stage again. Of course, you can show the conditions on how you're unlocking specific things. This is a modification, of course, you can use for your mobile suits and mobile armors. So, we're going to end the episode with going to our organization screen. We're going to get those captures we received. I don't have any intentions on keeping any of this stuff. I wanted to show each and every single one of you new types, ace pilots and soldiers out there, that this is what we could potentially, you know, acquire throughout stage 1 of this side story. We're going to go to dismantle all and receive 52,850 credits, which pushes us up to 76,045 credits. going to go to manage units as well, and we're going to go to develop and see what ends up happening. We need to organize. We're going to do priority. Here we go. Nothing major, right? We're going to see anything we haven't got to a certain point yet will be in a silhouette form. So essentially, if we're going to level up the Phoenix Gundam Power Unleashed to level 8, we can potentially get another unit. Our Rickdom is at level 3 currently, which we can get up to Rickdom 2, but I think it's going to be a safe bet to just keep hanging on here. We're going to get to level 6 with this bad boy, so we can get something great at the end of it. And the Gundam's at level 2 currently. We could get the ground type Gundam, but again, I mean, if we're looking at stats and different things like that, we kind of want to just go the extra mile, get a couple more levels probably in the next episode, see what ends up happening, level up a couple more units as well, like our Gelgook here. I just want to see what our development, yeah, so if we get up to like level 4, we're going to be okay with certain stuff. That's like a pretty average unit. Back out of this real quick. Can't really, we could potentially produce other units, but I think we should save our capital. Let's go to manage characters and scout characters. So on this screen you can actually buy specific characters to help out. We could buy Ramba Raw and replace him with somebody else that's like better, because Ramba Raw is pretty much a badass throughout the 1-year war. But I think we're gonna leave this on a cliffhanger here, and we're gonna go back to the main screen. We're gonna save real quick just so we all can continue on in episode 9. We're gonna do double saves because you never know what's gonna end up happening, right? Here we go. And then once we save again, I'll end with some things and stuffs, and then we're going to carry on here. Alright, so that is going to be the conclusion of episode 8 of SD Gundam G Generation Genesis. As I've stated at the beginning of each and every single stream or video that will be posted on YouTube later on, like, comment, share, follow, and subscribe. You all have been so supportive of me so far with me going on this Gundam / Gunpla journey. Without your support, I cannot carry on with content. So please, if you haven't already, hit up the links that I've produced in the chat earlier. I have my Linktree link that is going to bring you to every single social media platform that I'm currently on as of right now. Hit up the Amazon link. I seem to have got some activity in the chat tonight about not really seeing the game. I want to see you all purchase this. Hit that link up, purchase it on your own. If you have a PS4, a PS5, a Switch even, you're able to play this game on those consoles. Hit it up, use that link. Feel free to also send me messages, throw some comments in the chats when we're doing these live streams. Go on YouTube specifically and subscribe to my channel. I haven't done an episode like this in a very long time. Again, I went through some life changes again, but I want to at least try to do 1 episode a week at this point. I think that is something doable for each and every single one of you soldiers out there. As always, new types, ace pilots, we'll see you on the battlefield. Thank you so much for your time, and your patience with me. And it is always a pleasure being able to jump on Twitch to hang out with each and every single one of you. Have a great night, everybody. Bye-bye.